I've been asked about Occupy Wall Street, and as a mystical Christian teacher and priest, how do I feel about it? Do I support it? I am delighted that people are mobilizing all over the world to address the injustices that have become completely acceptable in our society. I've been wondering for years what it would take to get people up off their couches and away from their televisions and actually cry out, enough, enough, enough of greed and treason against one's own country being tolerated. It is treason to take all the funds that then leave others in destitute poverty, or to take people's retirement funds out of one's own greed. The people doing that should be tried for treason. This is modern economic treason against the country, against the well-being of others. And it's been tolerated and even admired for so long. Now it has burnt and hurt enough people individually. People are seeing it in their own lives, the effects of it. And enough people are finally saying, there has got to be a better way. There has got to be a better way. You know, Iceland had a collapse of their economy because of the banks having ripped everyone off. And they actually came together and took to court the bankers and the economists, the people responsible. They put them in jail, and they refused to pay what the banks had gotten them in trouble with, and they actually got together and drafted a whole new constitution. They did it completely democratically. And people got nominated if they had at least 30 people recommending them, and they got hundreds of people together and drafted a constitution that everybody had input on online. And they made a new government that was right and just and refused to cooperate with the threats launched against them. We may need to be pretty extreme here to change the patterns we have so long let get control of everything, control of our food, so that it's poisoned and processed in such ways that it's harming everyone's health, and it's for the benefit of the few who are making literally a killing off of it. How injustice has taken hold of the environment and is destroying our air and our water and our soil, is destroying everything that it takes to live a healthy and good life on earth. Our politics, where politicians sell out and are bought out and take money to have no ethics whatsoever. It is in the justice system that is not just. It's in every way we deal with energy and power on the earth. And it's enough already. Jesus certainly spoke out against greedmongers and against injustice of the rich versus the poor. The Bible in the Old Testament is full of the messages of taking care of the widows and the orphans, that shows the consciousness of a society. What do the occupiers and their supporters around the world need to remember? That only in peaceful demonstration have you got power. The moment you get violent and angry, you have lost your power. You have become part of the problem, and you then justify any violence that law enforcement wants to do with you. So you need to not only have outer peace, you need to have inner peace. Read Gandhi, learn about him, learn about that inner peace that gave him the power to withstand all the assaults, and eventually let that skinny little man in a loincloth come to overthrow the English Empire. It has been done through peaceful action. It can and must be done again through peaceful action. But each one will need to not act out their anger here in this forum, but speak with clarity and hold peace inside, and share the peace and share the consciousness with all the others that are there, and find the common good together and commit to it. Help out your brothers and sisters around you. What can those of us do who are not there? We can pray in support of the movement. We can pray for those in the movement who are occupying the various cities to find peace in their hearts and to gain clarity about what their focus should be, that they can come together in one mind and one heart, that the power of this movement may truly grow to its full potential and expression. And we can pray for law enforcement, that they be fair and gentle, that they are just. And we can pray for our government and hold it in mind that it will fess up to the problem it has become, that everyone's consciences will speak out and say, yes, we too want a more just system for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our 7 generations down children to be able to live in. I have great hope and great awareness of what it's going to take. And I hold all of you who are out there and sleeping in the streets and having to make do, I hold you in my consciousness, in my loving support. And may you rise up in consciousness and in peace so that your message can be heard and your actions may be effective.